90% of people enter their 30s with the same regret, not because they were lazy, not because they were stupid, but because no one told them the 7 brutal life lessons that determine whether your life becomes extraordinary or painfully average. And the scary part? By the time most people learn these lessons, it's already too late. So if you're under 30, or even close to it, this video might completely change the direction of your life. Your 20s are the most powerful decade of your life. It's the decade where habits are formed, identities are built, and futures are decided. But most people spend these years chasing the wrong things: approval, comfort, trends, distractions. And before they realize it, they're 35, wondering where the time went. In this video, you'll discover 7 life lessons you must learn before age 30, lessons that successful people wish they understood earlier. If you truly understand these, your life will move in a completely different direction. Let's start with the first one. One of the hardest truths to accept in life is this: no one is coming to rescue you. Not your parents, not your boss, not society. The moment you realize this is the moment your life begins to change. Many people stay stuck because they're waiting for someone to give them permission. They wait for the perfect opportunity. They wait for someone to believe in them. But the most successful people understand something different. They stop waiting. Imagine 2 people graduating from college. One believes someone will eventually notice their talent and reward them. The other decides, I'm responsible for everything that happens in my life. 10 years later, those 2 lives look completely different. Responsibility is power. The day you stop blaming circumstances is the day you start controlling your future. In your 20s, time feels endless. You think you have decades to figure things out. But here's the brutal truth. Time moves faster than you think. Every year you delay growth, discipline, or skill building compounds into lost opportunity. Think about someone who starts investing at 22. Even small amounts grow massively because of compound interest. Now imagine someone who waits until 35. The difference isn't small. It's life-changing. But compounding doesn't just apply to money. It applies to habits, skills, health, knowledge. Reading every day compounds. Learning new skills compounds. Even small improvements, repeated for years, create massive results. Your 20s aren't for comfort. They're for building momentum. Most people believe success comes from motivation. But motivation is temporary. It fades. Discipline is what carries you forward when motivation disappears. The people who achieve great things aren't always the most talented. They're simply the most consistent. Think about an athlete. They don't train only when they feel inspired. They train when it's raining. They train when they're tired. They train when they don't feel like it. That's discipline. And the same rule applies to your life. Success isn't about intense bursts of effort. It's about small actions repeated every single day. Discipline turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. Look closely at your closest friends. Your habits, mindset, ambition, and lifestyle will eventually resemble theirs. Human beings are influenced by their environment more than they realize. If your circle constantly complains, you start complaining. If your circle avoids growth, you start avoiding growth. But if your circle is ambitious, curious, and driven, you begin to rise with them. There's a famous saying, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Many successful people didn't just change their habits. They changed their environment. Choose your circle carefully, because the wrong environment can quietly steal your potential. MID video engagement. If you're finding this valuable, make sure to subscribe for more life-changing lessons that can transform the way you think, work, and live. Now let's continue with lesson number 5, and this one is something many people learn too late. Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid failure. But the truth is, failure is one of the most valuable experiences you can have. Every successful entrepreneur, athlete, or creator has failed more times than they can count. What separates successful people from everyone else isn't luck. It's resilience. They treat failure as feedback. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about it, he said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Your 20s are the perfect time to fail. Take risks. Try new things. Start projects. Launch ideas. Because the lessons you gain from failure will become the foundation of your future success. Human beings naturally seek comfort. Comfort feels safe, predictable, easy. But comfort is also where dreams quietly die. If you stay in your comfort zone, you stop growing. Every meaningful achievement lies on the other side of discomfort. Learning a new skill feels uncomfortable. Starting a business feels uncomfortable. Public speaking feels uncomfortable. But discomfort is a signal. It means you're expanding. Imagine going to the gym. Your muscles grow only when they're pushed beyond comfort. Your life works the same way. The more you train yourself to embrace discomfort, the faster your life evolves. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. Many people believe success comes from one big breakthrough moment. But that's rarely how life works. Your future is built through thousands of small decisions. Choosing to read instead of scrolling. Choosing to save instead of spending. Choosing to exercise instead of skipping. These choices seem insignificant in the moment. But over time, they shape your identity. They shape your habits. And eventually, they shape your life. The difference between an extraordinary life and an average one often comes down to daily decisions repeated for years. The earlier you understand this, the more control you gain over your future. Let's quickly recap the 7 lessons you must learn before age 30. No one is coming to save you. Time is your most valuable asset. Discipline beats motivation. Your environment shapes your future. Failure is a powerful teacher. Growth requires discomfort. And your future is built by small daily decisions. These lessons may seem simple, but the people who truly understand them live completely different lives. Final message: remember this. The small decisions you make today will shape your entire future. Your habits today determine your success tomorrow. So start building the life you want, one decision at a time. If this video helped you think differently about your future, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the next video where we break down the daily habits of highly successful people. Because the life you want isn't built overnight. It's built every single day.